Hi everybody. It is Wednesday, June 25th, 2014. Um, I haven't done a video for the last 2 weeks because the first week I actually got attacked by fire ants again. Yes, I was in my backyard. I was a bad girl. So I didn't do any video then because I was really miserable. Second week I was miserable. And for those of you who follow me on Facebook, you saw the pictures. It was pretty bad. And from the ER, they actually told me that you would think by me being attacked so many times already that I would become immune to it. No, the doctor in the ER told me that because my body is trying to be immune to it, it is actually trying to work in overdrive. So each time I get attacked by them, it's going to get worse. So I'm like, oh, great, joy. What a lovely thing I get to look forward to. Love it. You know, and he's like, I would just advise you to stay away from them. They're in my backyard. I'm like, I'm trying to get rid of them now. So I'm taking procedures and precautions. Probably about, God, maybe 7 years ago, we paid a company to come out and remove the 3 big trees that we had in our backyard. It cost me $5,000, and they didn't, well, they told us, and we saw them grind down the stump or whatever with the machine, but 2 of the stumps, they didn't actually grind down. They just like skimmed over the top layer. So the whole trunk is still underground, and we dug only like maybe 2 inches. And the whole stump is still there. So they didn't grind 2 of the stumps. So all these ants, fire ants, are harvesting and having their little New York City underneath in these deadening trunks in my yard. So that's where they're all hibernating at. And I did find, I went back in my backyard and cleaned out all the stuff so there's nothing really laying on the ground, because that's how I was getting attacked. The leftover stuff from the siding that I was putting up on my house, the metal roof that we put up on the house, all the scrap and stuff I had in piles. Well, with them being on piles around the corners where the 2 stumps were, which was my bad, but I didn't know I had freaking fire ants. They started harvesting and making nests in between all the scraps. So when I went to clear the scraps, that's where I was disturbing their nest, and they were coming to attack me. So if I'm just out of my backyard and like cutting the lawn or something like that, and I'm not disturbing a nest, I won't get attacked. It's when I come in contact with their nest and I disturb it that they then become defensive and go on the attack. So yeah, so right now there's nothing in my backyard. Well, I still have the gutters I still have to put up, but they're in the dog run. So I'm hoping that they're not, and I made them, they're not actually on the ground, they're actually on cylinder bricks up. So hopefully this will be the last time I get attacked. Plus we are actually unburying the stumps and going to remove the stumps ourselves, which is ridiculous. After paying them assholes that money, they should come back and do it. But my husband's like, oh, after so many years, they're not going to come back. And I'm like, yeah, they should. We paid them for a job that they didn't do. Obviously, the trunk's still there. And we're talking a 4x4 diameter. So, yeah, big trees, big stumps that I'm trying to deal with. So I was pretty miserable, so I didn't do videos, and I do apologize. I didn't do the measurements that the first week I got attacked. I did, but that was because I didn't feel I was attacked yet. So the day, like I think it was like the day after I got attacked, I actually took my measurements, but then I started to feel bad, and I started getting the itching, and so I didn't make the video, but I did record my measurements. And so I'll actually give you those measurements from then. My weight was 216, so I went down a pound. And then my arms were 13 and then 13 and a half, so a ½ inch down. Nothing stayed the same here. And then across my chest, I was 46 and a half, so I went down ½ an inch. And then on my waist, I was 43, so that stayed the same. Then hips was at 52 and a half, so I went down a ½ inch. Then thighs was 25 on my left and 25 on my right. So I went down ½ an inch on both of them. So all in all, at that point in time, I had lost 1 inch or 1 pound and 2 inches and a half. So then I was on the steroids from the IVs and all that. I don't know if you really, I can't really see. Can you see a nice big bruise? That's because I have crooked veins. So yeah, if you have crooked veins, that's what you get to look forward to. Even the best of IV inserters, they will still blow your veins. If your veins are crooked like mine, you're just going to be bruised. People always think, oh, what happened to you? Well, yeah, I had an IV, sorry, and they just blew the vein. Anyway, so with all the steroids that they had me on and the antibiotics and the phenamine or whatever it was for the swelling to go down, I went back up a little bit, but not much. So then I didn't record them. I actually just got on the scale and I saw I had went up like 2 pounds. So it was like, whatever. And then I got just discouraged, so I didn't even do the measurements. But I did do measurements today. So today I am at 215. So the pounds I gained, I lost, and then I lost another pound. So I'm with the up and down from the steroids and all that, it all balanced out. Anyway, so then down to 215, so I lost another pound. And then arms, this one was 12 3/4, so it's like well, whatever it is, in 16ths, whatever. And anyway, I just do it in the quarters because it's just easier. So it was 12 3/4, so a 1/4 inch I lost off of this one. This one's still at 13. Oh no, I take that back. It was a 2.5, so it was 13, so it's a half. I'm sorry. Let me correct that. I don't know what. I'm delusional. So if it's 13, that's a half. Yeah, always plus to have a good mix up there. So that's not actually, it'd be 3/4. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, little correction there. Yeah, I can tell I'm out of whack here. So 12 3/4. So I lost a 1/4 of an inch here. This side is down to 13, so 1/2 inch I lost here. Chest is down to 46, so that is a 1/2 inch off my chest. Then the waist was at 44, so I went up an inch, oddly. And then my hips were 52, so I went down 1/2 inch. And then my left thigh is 25 and my right thigh is 25. So nothing changed within my thighs. So all in all, lost a pound, and between the pound gain or the inch gained and the inches lost, balancing them out, it actually equals out to 3/4 of an inch lost. So putting the measurements together from the time I've been off, it was actually 2 pounds lost and 3 inches, right? Yeah, so 2 pounds and 3 inches over the little brief vacation that I took, if you want to call that a vacation, being miserable. And I'm not as miserable as I was. The only reason why I decided to do videos because my face is now to where I can talk and sound normal, and you can make my words out a little bit better. I slur anyway, as you guys all know, but at least it's a little bit more recognizable what I'm saying versus when I look like the elephant lady and was all swollen and couldn't, I mean, my eye was swollen shut really, really bad. It was pretty horrible. All in all, so the TN brand that I'm taking seems to be working. I wouldn't say the results are awesome to where I would actually say true to the fact that it not having calcium in it is a blocker for the Garcinia, because I was having good results on the Pure brand as well. So between the two, with Garcinia, or if you're taking Garcinia with potassium and calcium, or with just Garcinia or with just potassium, whichever way you're doing it, or if you're doing it with the chrome, it doesn't matter. The Garcinia works. Now, for all of you newbies that have just plugged on, you know, there is how to take it right above on the top of the video. There is a safe link to buy Garcinia from underneath the video as well. If this is your first video, I would suggest stopping and going back to the very first video that I did, because that's where you're probably going to get most of the answers that you're looking for to be answered. on the first video, well, actually the first, second, and third video, and then on the video that I've got labeled how to take Garcinia. You'll find that on my channel, which is Stephanie Szmuc on YouTube. So you'll see all my videos there. Find me on Facebook if you have any, if there's something that you're not finding that you're getting answered there, or you don't see it in all the questions underneath that people are asking that I've answered underneath the video. If you still feel the need to have a question directed to me and you want to talk to me, you can do it through Facebook. Just send me a message. I do have the Garcinia page, which is down the link below the video as well. A lot of you, I don't really, because it's like, I'm on my Facebook page. I'm not on my Facebook page a lot, but when I am on my Facebook page, it's like a third step to go to the Garcinia page. So it's like, it's not my actual profile page. And because I'm not a company, I don't have the creative rights to, I guess, manipulate the page. As so if I was paying to have it be like a, you know, business page. So the instant messages and all that stuff and the messages that you put on the Garcinia page don't directly come to me. So if you want to send me a message and you want me to respond, you know, see it fairly quickly, send me a message through my Facebook profile page, because that comes straight to my cell phone. So I get those a little bit quicker, and then I can respond to you a little bit quicker. So that's just a little bit, you know, little tidbit here and there, because I don't, with me now being back to work and having a new puppy, I don't get on Facebook as a lot as I used to. But the thing with my cell phone is if you send me a message, it goes straight to my cell phone. So I don't actually have to be on Facebook to know I got messages, because it comes through like a text message. So that's one way. If you know, if you need to get a hold of me and you want something answered, or if you're puzzled or whatever, just send me the message on Facebook and it'll come straight to my phone that I can reply. So now I've been getting Lawrence. Yes, I know I said Monday, but little late. Wednesday, a couple days. Screw me. Anyway, he asked me about what was it? Dr. Oz gets drilled by Senate. The video that's on YouTube. And we were talking about it. So I hadn't, at the time, I hadn't watched it. So I did go back and watch it. I did watch it. And it's just a clip of, I guess, the court case that so many people, because of the way he words things, like the miracle pill, you know, so many people taking it out of content that, you know, you will lose 2 pounds every week. He does not say things like that. He says it is possible for you to lose. But people were, I'm sorry, people are stupid, flat out stupid. Our society today has gotten so hung up on, well, you said this and I'm going to hold you to it. And if not, I'm going to sue you and I'm going to get rich. Just assholes. They're just assholes. I'm sorry. And if you're one of those people, I'm sorry I'm offending you. But yeah, it's just, I was brought up in an era that we weren't raised like that. We had morals about ourselves. We had self-respect about ourselves. And yes, we held true to our name and we wanted our name to represent us well, but getting rich quick schemes just was not part of what we did. You know, we took pride in what we did. When our name was behind it, we wanted it to be 100%. We didn't half-ass anything. You know, that's just how I was raised. All these younger generations, they're always about, I want to go to work, get a paycheck, but I don't want to do a damn thing. I just want to come in, clock, sit on my ass, and then collect a paycheck. That's just not how it works. But unfortunately, if you go anywhere nowadays, it is. 90% of the time, if you get bad customer service, you can complain to the manager, and the manager will turn around and give you bad customer service. It's just sad. So the whole thing about him being sued because somebody took what they thought they heard him say into content, then they sued him. The lawyer then, oh, Dr. Oz, major money, let's get a big claim. Let's go and have everybody sign so they can have this big lawsuit. So now they're trying to sue him. I'm not affiliated with Dr. Oz. I don't watch Dr. Oz faithfully or anything like that. It was just actually a fluke the day that I did watch him when the Garcinia was on that actually got me on this kick. But I do understand where he's coming from. They were trying to tell him that the way he says things, he should not say them. And they want to know why he says them. And he stated he still stands behind the way he says things because he does do testing on them to show, and he wants awareness for people to do it, and he doesn't want to offend the FDA, and he's not trying to step on the FDA's feet or anything like that. It was just that some people take it out of content of how he words things. They take it literally. I mean, literally, is there a miracle pill? No. I mean, let's be realistic, people. No, you still have to do your part. You can't just take a pill and weight's going to fall off you. Let's be realistic about this. You know, you have to still watch what you eat. It's not saying, well, I mean, I don't. I mean, I do, but I don't. I'm not dieting. I don't want anybody to take that out of context that I'm saying I watch what I eat. I'm talking portion-wise. I still watch what I eat. I don't overfeed myself. When I start to feel full, I stop. I push the plate away. And that's with anything you do. Now, if I continue to take this pill and I just sat there and ate and ate and ate, yeah, the pill wouldn't work for me. It's not going to work for anybody if you do that. You still have to do your part to help the pill do its job. And some people are just so lazy, they see an instant scam, and there's like, oh, I can sue because he said this and it didn't do it. The Garcinia does work. It's been proven to work. Now is that meaning that there's not people out there actually scamming people with placebo pills? Yeah, there are. You just got to be leery of who you buy from, what they're labeled, if you know where they're made at, the ingredients in them. And I've had a couple people tell me they bought from a certain site. Then it was when they got it to them, it was a completely different bottle. So there's still scams out there, yes, but buyer beware on anything you buy. It could be, I'm just using this as an example. You can go to Sears and buy something from them. And it could be made from a manufacturer that they normally buy from, but there's that one shipment that they got from a different factory that was made completely different from maybe a different brand, but labeled differently, but it's still the same thing. It's all just a catch-22. Nothing nowadays is legit. Nothing nowadays is black and white. There's so many shaded gray areas anywhere. You've just got to be a buyer beware for everything you do. The only one you can be accountable for is yourself. You cannot put the blame on anybody else because ultimately it's still your fault. You did it. So, we need to stop, pointing the blame on everybody else. Start taking accountability for what you do and your mistakes and understand what you're doing wrong to correct it to help yourself. Because I'll tell you what, nobody's out there to help you but you. So when you start owning up to what you do and realizing it and stop placing the blame elsewhere, you're gonna fix the problem and you're gonna realize the problems are gonna go and they're gonna be gone because you're watching out for you, which is the only person that's going to watch out for you is you. So with him getting ridiculed by the Senate because everybody wants to cry wolf, it's not because he blatantly states in the little clip, it's like only 5 minutes from the whole court case that's out on YouTube. So of course the media is only showing you what they want you to see. They want to stereotype it just like any TV show you watch. They only show you the clips of what they want you to perceive that person as from the whole court case. And he states in there that he does believe the product works. And the ones they mentioned, they didn't mention Garcinia in the video clip, but they did mention the green coffee bean. They did mention the raspberry Kiratone. And there was like, I think they said either 7 or 12, I can't remember, 7 or 12 things that they were going over, and the way he had worded the outcome of these things if you take them. So, I mean, he did state that he does not sell any of these products. but he stands behind the ingredient itself, not a particular brand. So for any of you that click on somewhere and it says Dr. Oz recommends, bullshit. He doesn't recommend anything. He does believe that the Garcinia itself works. Like, he does believe the green coffee bean itself works. Now, does that mean he stands behind any brand that's out there? No, he just knows that he's done studies on those particular ingredients, and they did, you know, what he thought they would do. So that's the only thing in that whole clip. It's not saying that he's out there selling false stuff, or the stuff that he's promoting to us to do is bad for us. It's just that somebody cried wolf, thought they'd get rich quick, and they took it out of context because he's such a big name. So you could let that go to rest. But if you seriously want to check it out, it's on YouTube, and it's called I think it was labeled Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz is Drilled by Senate. And there's quite a few of them, but the longest one I think is like 5 minutes and 18 seconds or something. But it's still very minute. I wouldn't worry about it. You know, it goes to say, you know, you could polish a piece of shit and put a guarantee on it. Doesn't mean it's still not a piece of shit. It's still a piece of shit. You know, so it is what it is, people. And buyer beware. You know, you can't always believe what you hear or what you see, especially with the internet nowadays. Oh my God, I always refer back to that French model, and he comes up, plain old white dude, and he's like, bonjour. Yeah, no, you're not a French model. So many things can be done on the internet. So many videos can be so manipulated and look real. They're really good. These hackers are really good at making these things look like legit, but they're not. So if you're like, and you look at it and you go, man, yeah, it ain't. So don't worry about it. You're trust your gut instinct. So like here again with the Garcinia, if you see something that says Dr. Oz recommends, or Dr. Oz's brand, or, you know, anything like that that's stating Dr. Oz stands behind it, just click off it. Just get away from it, because they're just trying to lure you in with his reputation to sell their product. And that's pretty much all I can say about that. So all in all, I'm feeling good. Really liking being back on the Garcinia, not being on the steroids, although there was quite some time that I was talking to my girlfriend. I said, yeah, I've been really like energetic. I can't sleep with this. She goes, that's the steroids. I'm like, well, hell, give me the steroids all the time. But then, you know, I don't like the weight gain that comes along with steroids. So it's like it's kind of like, take the good with the bad, and it's like, no, that's okay, never mind. But I haven't really been outside being active because of me being so miserable. I mean, I don't know if you guys can really see in the videos. I don't know, but my hands, all in between my hands, I've got, well, you can see some of them I've scratched open really bad because they just itch horribly. But in between my hands, I still have the poison or the venom, whatever, running through my blood still. This is week, today, because today's Wednesday. Today is the second week from the venom, so I have, no, third week of the venom. So I still have like 4 more days of the itching, supposedly, and then I should be to where the itching actually stops, and I should start to be healing to where they start to dry out and disappear. So I'll be happy for that, because I've been really miserable. I mean, I've been sitting here trying not to itch, but I'm starting to feel it like around my stomach. So, and it spreads like nonstop. I've got all over my back, all over my side, up and down my legs, and we won't talk about other areas. And yes, I did too. So I'm talking miserable. So all in all, though, it's been good. The Garcinia, even being on the TN brand, is still, you know, proving its point. I'm not dieting. I'm not been exercising. I've been a loaf laying around, and I'm still losing. So all in all, it works. It does its job as long as you do yours. So just, you know, have a good one, and hopefully everything goes great, and I will see you next week, maybe either Wednesday or Thursday. I try to stay on week schedule, but the last couple has just been, phew, Anyway, anyhow, so I will hopefully see you, because that's before, when is the 4th? 4th is Friday. See, look at me, still itching. The 4th is Friday. So I'll try to get the video out either Wednesday or Thursday, depending on what my work schedule is. But usually I seem to be off like on Wednesdays or Thursdays. So hopefully I'll do one of those 2 days. So until then, hold yourself accountable, love yourself, correct your own errors, and own up to it. And just have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Talk to you later. Bye.